was born in a tent somewhere between Palestine and Jordan. I was born in St. Vincent's Hospital, right over here in Birmingham. My father grew up in uncertainty, uncertain if he would ever return home, uncertain where the next meal would come from, uncertain about the future. He was surrounded by other displaced families who were just trying to survive a life void of hope in the future. I grew up in tranquility, surrounded by teachers and coaches who were always there to encourage us to fulfill our potential. However, my father and I share a wound that has never healed, hurt that can come rushing back at any time, an ache that constantly tugs on your heart. In 1948, the depopulation and destruction of over 5,000 Palestinian villages not only shattered Palestinian society, it permanently altered the mental well-being of 700,000 people and all their subsequent generations. The people of Gaza are on the threshold of annihilation. Displacement is the ultimate goal, to have every person in Gaza pushed back into Egypt. I am heartbroken and outraged by these acts of violence waged against innocent civilians. The relentless bombing campaign underway as we speak is cruel and unconscionable on every level. It is collective punishment of a besieged and helpless people. This is not defense. This is a massacre. It is a violation of international law, and it is a war crime. Anywhere else, attacking civilian infrastructure and deliberately starving an entire population of food, water, and electricity and basic necessities would be condemned. Accountability would be enforced immediately, unequivocally. The message is being heard loud and clear. Palestinian lives matter less. The application of international law is optional, and human rights have boundaries. They stop at borders, they stop at races, and they stop at religions. This is a very dangerous message, and the continued apathy and inaction will have devastating consequences for all of us. Today we are calling for an immediate end to the war in Gaza. We are calling for sustained and uninterrupted delivery of humanitarian aid, fuel, food, and medicine. Most importantly, we are calling on the unequivocal rejection of forced displacement of the Palestinians. Never again should any people be forced to lose their identity along with their homeland. Like my family, like so many families here, and like families all over the world. This conflict did not start 3 weeks ago, and it will not stop if we continue down the same blood-soaked path. It will only lead to death, destruction, and hopelessness. Today, the civilians in Gaza are starving, but for decades, Palestinians have been starved of hope, of freedom, and a future. If you are like me, you are here today because you've seen horrible things on social media. You feel shock, disbelief, and outrage. You look at your children and you imagine yourself in their situation. Can you imagine writing your child's name on their arm while they are warm and alive so they can be identified when they are dead and cold? I will never forget that feeling. Will you ever forget that feeling? No! My daughters will never forget that feeling. Will your children ever forget that feeling? No! My children's children will never forget that feeling. Will your children's children? No! We will never forget. We will never forget. We will never forget.
We will never forget. We will never forget. We will never forget. We will never forget. We will never forget. We will never forget. We will never forget. We will never forget.
Free, free Palestine.
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 Free, free, free Palestine.
Free, free, free Palestine.
Killing children is a crime.
Killing children is a crime.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Long live Palestine.
Long live Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry.
Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry.
Palestine will never die.
Palestine will never die.
Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry.
Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry.
Palestine will never die.
Palestine will never die.
Hey, hey, ho, ho. The occupation's got to go.
Hey, hey, ho, ho, the occupation has got to go.
Hey, hey, ho, ho. The occupation's got to go.
Hey, hey, ho, ho, the occupation has got to go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Occupation no more.
Occupation no more.